Hello there, this is Miss Jordan, your Career Development Coordinator, and I want to talk about study habits and study tips today. Final exams are on the way. They're either going to happen at the end of the year or right as you return from, the holiday break. And you need to get ready, if you haven't already, with an approach to studying, reviewing, and preparing for your final exams. So I thought I would come up with a cool way to help you remember how you can approach the study process. And I call it like my 4 F's of studying, okay? And they are formulate, figure, focus, and find. Let's say that again. Formulate, figure, focus, and find. These are 4 approaches that you can take to studying. Okay, so let's talk about formulate. I read a lot of blogs and books and things, and I came across this concept called the power of 15. And what it means is, instead of taking hours and hours to do something, perform a task, if you will, and you find yourself being very tired and you lose focus and you daydream and start snacking or watching TV or something, just take 15 minutes at a time, a block of 15 minutes, and you commit to being 110% focused on what's going on, right? So picture yourself, instead of 3 hours of interruptive, unproductive study, picture 15 power minutes of studying. Give that a try, then take a break for maybe 5 to 7 minutes, 10 at the most, then come back to it for another power 15. You can even do 15-minute power 15s, right? Mm-hmm. Then take a 15-minute break, go back and do another 15 minutes. I have done this at home with personal projects and tasks that I have been procrastinating on for far too long. And I find that whatever I can do productively with results in 15 minutes, it's awesome. And I accomplish something. And I feel like it's less daunting than trying to devote 3 hours to do the same thing. So I just take 15 minutes at a time, accomplish something, have solid results out of that 15 minutes of effort, and I feel great about it. I can check off a few boxes of accomplishment and keep it moving. Give that a try. So that is under formulate, right? The power 15. Let's go to the second F, which is figure. I need you to figure out what your study style is. There is such a thing as a study style, and let me give you some examples of what I mean. Location might be important to you, where you study. You might not need to be in the den or living room, right, where everyone else is, because it might be distracting. You might need a room set aside with the door closed, a certain type of lighting, certain type of noise level. You may be a person who studies with sound, like some people turn a fan on. Some people study near something that makes a certain ambient noise, lighting and the noise and the things. It might need some kind of noise, right? Let's see, you might need to go somewhere other than your home. Some people go to the local library. Some people study at school at the library. Some people study alone. Some people study with groups. It just depends on what motivates you most, what makes you most comfortable in order to do the third F, which is focus. So if you have the right location, the lighting is right, either quiet versus some light music or noise, and there is research studies do suggest that certain types of music are conducive to productivity and absorbing information better. So, take a look at that on the Google, when you get a chance. The time of day might matter. You might study right after school when you get home, or you might study an hour or so before bedtime. It just depends. And studies also show that those who study right before bedtime, there's something about the way your mind works that out and processes it that it works for them. So, there are so many wonderful things that you can discover about your study style, which goes to focus now. Once you know The art of the power 15. Once you know your study style, then you can focus. And by that I mean, turn that cell phone off for a while. There is a lot of distractions with the cell phones. You know, the social media platforms are abundant with distracting information, images, videos, and content. So commit, even for those 15 minutes we talked about, to turn the cell phone off, right? You need to establish a goal, a plan for what you're going to absorb in those 15 minutes we're talking about. I'm going to learn chapter 1. I'm going to memorize my vocabulary. I'm going to do the 2 assignments that we were given today. Whatever the goal is, go ahead and commit to that. So that's that kind of focus we're talking about. The last F is find. Find your groove, meaning after you determine your style, after you've set aside that 15 minutes, and after you've turned your cell phone off and got rid of all of the distractions so you can focus, find your groove. Go ahead and read the material. Go ahead and do some of the sample exercises that you were given in class. Then challenge yourself to do some that you didn't do in class, right? To see if you could get it correct. Then drill yourself, quiz yourself. There are so many platforms out there that you can use to quiz yourself that teachers are actually using in the classroom. You all know about the Kahoots and all of those quizzes and Quizlet and all of the self-help study tools that are out there. Go and discover some for yourself. So let us cover again what the 4 F's of studying are that I am recommending that you try. First, you formulate. That's the power of 15, right? Then you figure out your study style. Then you focus. Give it that laser focus. And then find your groove, your routine, your process for doing it. And I guarantee you, if you just try this a few times, you'll find that you will be happier because you feel like you've accomplished something in a shorter period of time, multiplied by those blocks of time to get what you need to get done for your studying, for final exams, for assessments, to do homework, to do all the things that the educational environment expects of you, and actually that you should expect of yourself in the spirit of excellence. This is Pamela Jordan, your Career Development Coordinator. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you again.